All right, boys and girls, this is the part number 2. For those of you, so we have 4 more. For those of you who chose card number 5, pet, message here, 4 of Pentacles. Well, okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So 4 of Pentacles now be a message from probably when they lived on Earth, were earthy sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And you have built something for yourself. And it's pretty sturdy. It's not easily shakable, what you have built. It could be your business, your health, or your relationship, or your moral principles, so on and so on and so on. But you pay too much strength and power to keep what you want to keep. So you pretty much, you're concentrating your whole energy, everything in you, possible and impossible, your energy goes into concentration on material. So messages, boys and girls, life is not just a 3D. There are more things to 3D. To life than this. So you're planning everything, you're counting everything, you want to keep your stability, you want to keep things the way they are, you want to keep that ground under your feet. Anything which threatens that, you want to run away from. But this is selfishness, and this is greed. And this is your fear of losing material, and this is your fear to share. So you're blocking yourself from developing your soul. And some of you are blocking yourself from allowing true love entering into your life. You are being greedy, not just about material things. You are being greedy about spiritual, about internal and immortal things. Because love is a threat to you. You are scared to lose your house, your chair, your bed, your bank account. Some of you are married to a man or to a woman you no longer love. In order to follow your soul, in order to follow their heart or voice, you need to risk the material things, and your soul is screaming, dump this hell. All I want you to choose love over golden coins, and you're scared and you're afraid. Will I be able to support myself financially? Will I be able to have this level of life I'm having? Will I be? So you choose between wealth or financial stability and the voice of your soul. And unfortunately, right now you are choosing material. Okay? So please understand, this is the message. For some of you also, you too much, as I already said, too much into material. You already achieved some significant material success, but you have your stability, you have that control, but you're constantly afraid to lose that stability and to lose that control. Please make sure you are not selling your soul for a certain amount on your bank account. This is not a negative card. It doesn't tell you something bad's gonna happen, something. But if the situation where you do not choose love because you are scared of losing some cash, nothing is good coming out of it. If you betray love, you betray your soul. If you betray your soul, you betray God, God's absolute universe, whatever you call it. And then you live soulless. This is greed, emotional, physical, spiritual. This is the woman which tries to hold all these material things but refuses from something more. more significant than material. You have to take into consideration your own situation. Again, I put the card down and I'm just telling you what I have to. For those of you who chose card number 6, please, I want to thank a lot that person who put timestamps. I don't have time to do that. So my gratitude to those of you who, to that, I think it's a girl, who does it for me. Thank you very much. Card number 6, 6. Ha. Ha. Okay, now I will talk till forever. Hangman. Hangman, what is the message here? Could be, hangman could be positive, could be negative. It depends on the situation. Sometimes hangman is necessary because if you study something in a medical school, you have to study for 5 years and hold on and hang on there. But it is not extremely positive in this case. I don't feel it this way. So what is happening? You are taking onto yourself the role of a victim. I am a victim. I cannot do nothing. I am a victim of circumstances. I am a victim of my life. I am a victim of my stupid religion. Sorry, boys and girls, I constantly mock religions because I know them. I have a PhD in history of religions. I know them very well. This is why religions of darkness, I call them, who deny reincarnation and karma. I will mock them. As long as I live, I will fight them. As long as I live, because I know the truth, simply because I know what's really there and I know that they lie. So, you are hanging out there, and some of you feel this mystical union with the destiny. Okay, this is just meant to be. I don't want to fight. This is my fatum. This is my destiny. This is it. This is it. If you are in school, if you are in situation when you have to be hanging on there, this is a different thing. You have to be hanging out in order to achieve something, then it's a good thing, okay? But this is not the case right here. This is you being hanging on and being a victim, and you refusing to act. Refusing to act, completely refusing to act. You're sacrificing yourself too. Could be a marriage which has no love in it. Could be a job which is horrible, which is killing you every single day, but you are hanging out there and don't have the courage to get out of it. Could be a place you live, you completely hate, but you stay there. You are being a victim, and the message here is stop being a victim. Stop being a victim. It's not going to bring you absolutely nothing. It's not worth it to be a victim, unless, I'm repeating myself, unless you are in school or you in a university, or you need to be a victim for some time longer in order to achieve higher goal. But if you are not in order there to achieve your higher goal, do not go against your heart. If every move you make, you go against your heart, justifying yourself that, oh, this is just meant to be, this is just how it should be, what my parents are gonna say if I do this. You want to paint beautiful landscapes, but your parents want you to be an engineer, computer engineer. You know what? They're gonna screw up your life because you have a talent and a desire, and your soul wants to paint landscapes. So maybe graduate what your parents want you to, but then starts to do what your soul wants you to do. Your parents, you have to respect them. You have to value them. But please understand that your parents were the gate which brought your soul into physical life. They were the gate. They helped you to get your physical body. They fed you. They took care of you. But your soul wants you to paint landscapes. Your soul wants you to sing. Your soul wants you to write children fairy tales. Then do it. Do what your soul wants. Stop being a victim. Stop being a victim. Your destiny is frozen. Your life is frozen. Apathy, absence of moving forward in your physical life, in your spiritual life. It's a stupor. You are paralyzed. You lost control over everything what's happening. Get out of it, because the hands of this hangman are free. You can change. You can take control over your life. Don't give me the stupid lame excuses that you don't have any control. Don't give this to me. And don't stop doing this. Oh, why this happened to me? What did I do? I don't have no money. I don't want to see what's ahead of me. This is the next stage in your transformation of your soul. You can choose hanging there till the rest of this life and then be born and come again to go through this life again. Or you can choose to be hanging out there. Then stop hanging out there. Your soul is in a monastery of a life. You locked your soul in the cage. Let your soul come out of the cage. Start living, start living, start living. Start breathing, enjoying every moment. Stop crying. I see some of you crying out there. Okay. I don't mean to make you cry. I mean to tell you what needs to be done. And if someone was unfair to you, don't be afraid to raise your voice and say you did what was not right. Take control over your life. Take control over your life. You are the king, a queen of your own life, not nobody else. I don't care if you're a movie star. And you do only what a crowd wants you to do. Crowd doesn't give a damn what you do. Crowd have their own life, each one of them. You got to do what your soul wants you to do. For some of you, life turned upside down and you need to adjust your view. Listen to your soul. Be a soul. Don't be a body. Be a soul. For those of you, card number 7, 7. Beautiful. For some of you, message from mom or grandma or a woman, but I feel some of you, message from your mother. Pentacles, so she possibly was again an earth sign, was, I'm sorry, losing my voice, Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. Financial success, material wealth, winning of something, some income coming into your life. So if you were worried about, will I be able to get a job? Will I be able to feed my children if I divorce this horrible person? Will I be able to, if I open a business, if I start my own business, will I be able to survive? You're asking your mom or your grandma or your sister or whoever you are asking. Some of you had problems and some of you had lots of things which you didn't know what to do, what not to do, and she's telling you here, because again, as I said, this is a woman, so for some of you this is a message for a woman, but not necessarily a woman. You have to remember that we come in 3D, in physical, we come men, women, we change. What comes to me, I very seldom come as a man. Most of the time I come as a woman. So the message to you, stop worrying. Stop worrying. There is a man out there, a man who's listening to this. John, Josh, something with J. John, Josh, something with J. Also women with J in their name. Jane, Jessica, Jennifer, something with J. So This is just a message I'm getting. Tells you, don't be afraid. Everything will unfold positively. You will achieve your goal, success, wealth. If you worry about your children, will you be able to achieve education for your children? Will you be able to? Yes, you will. Yes, and you can feel safe and protected. The message here, you are safe, you are protected. Don't think you are alone. You are never alone. You are safe, you are protected. And another thing, whatever you are about to do, whatever you are about to change your life and turn your life, somehow it tells you that it will lead you to fulfilling what you want to fulfill. This is very, very good message right here. The same time, the card of earthy wisdom. You do have that earthy wisdom. It tells you that you have, in order to achieve it, you already have it. Just please don't have any fears whatsoever. Just be use your earthy wisdom to do things in your life, what you want, how you want. Everything will be fine, and anything. And also, this is a card of luck, and also a card which tells you about some very pleasant surprise, a significator of gift, a significator of something beautiful happening to you. So our life right now is turning to you with its bright side. This is the card of destiny, to be very generous towards you, very generous to you, and beautiful changes for the best. So you see this, a woman doesn't look like she's having any problems in her life. So please, you can calm your heart. Everything will be all right. Incredible that the only negative so far I got was the Hangman. Let's see, number 8, those of you who chose card number 8, 2 of Swords. Okay, so you doubt and you doubt and you doubt. A message from someone of air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Again, I'm repeating myself, not necessarily so. But also this is the first decade, mainly 2 of Swords is the first decade of Libra, and the moon in Gemini. Your inner deep doubts, equivalent of the moon in Libra, and also the, if I'm not wrong, 7th house of Gemini, Mercury. First decade of Libra. Now, you are a doubter. You doubt everything. It's not a negative part. It's not a negative, because 2 has a certain harmony and balance. But you see, her eyes are blindfolded. So because you're blindfolded and there is the moon here, the moon is not a sun and brings a lots of doubt. But the same time, you are sharp. You are capable of balancing your strength. Okay. And your doubting is not as negative as it could be, because doubting here brings you to thinking very carefully before you do something. So believe it or not, 2 of Swords can be actually a sign of the inner peace, and also a sign of inner sense of justice, of very sharp mind. But whatever you do, the message is think clearly. think clearly. If you're in conflict with someone, interesting thing that this conflict was the even honest opponent, not someone who's going to play behind your back. Another thing it can tell you that in order to get good results or to find a solution to a problem you are dealing with, you need to wait a little bit, because there are unresolved problems in your life, and which of course not very pleasant. Unresolved problems are not very pleasant, and you need to think carefully each way in and each way out of how to exactly to see. So you feel unsure. Are you capable of coming out of it as a winner? But you suppress your emotions when you find out they are trying to find the way out, and it brings disbalance of your soul, because swords always talk about intellect, and intellect usually denies the voice of your heart. So the message here for you, please also take into consideration the voice of your heart. Okay? Yes, there is a situation exists which needs to be resolved, and solutions will be found. But you need to plan how you can get out of it. And if you need to compromise, please compromise, because you're not someone